Hey friends, it's day 200 and I don't know, probably like close to day 50. This week has been blurred together. I've had lots of conversations at work. There's been lots of incongruencies. Um, Most of it has been by email, so you never know the tone. So I'm not sure if I was being chastised, if it was just an offhand comment or what it was. But I sat in some meetings today, and I think, like most places, there are some incongruencies between what the higher ups want and then like how it trickles down to the bottom. So, it's kind of like in the nursing world. I know I had somebody point this out to me and it makes sense. I'm not sure if there's a term for it. If there's not, there should be. It's like your desired state versus your actual state, maybe something like that, of how like when you are going around and doing surveys and getting workflows and that sort of thing, what the leadership tells you is supposed to happen based on policies, procedures, that sort of thing, is never what's really happening all the way down the chain. So like in nursing, what the CNO says happens is probably not when you go to the staff to survey them. That's probably not really like how they do it. And there's variances. Like, I am what I would consider to be a reasonable and prudent nurse, so I live and die by policy and procedure. But I have coworkers who play fast and whatever low, fast and low, I think maybe fast and loose with rules, and they pick and choose which ones to follow. And if leadership can give you a good enough reason of why to follow it, if they can give you the why, then you're more likely to do it. So there's very few rules I don't really follow, and I have my reasons for why I don't follow them. And by rules, I mean parts of guidelines or whatever, like what you're supposed to use for this versus what you're supposed to use for that. Like, it's not anything that impacts patient care. It's just nurse preference. Like, I did it this way, I like it better this way, I've tried it your way, and I don't, there's a lot of ways to skin a cat, to use that statement. And so you can do a lot of things and stay within guidelines. So essentially that's what I'm saying, is I pretty much follow the guidelines. And if I'm not following the guidelines, I know what they are and why I'm not following, how I'm deviating, I guess. Maybe I don't want it to sound like I'm doing anything wrong, because I'm not. Just different nuances. Everybody has their own way of doing things. And so, it wouldn't always make the higher ups to know that that's, that you have nurses who just flat out aren't doing it because they don't want to do it, or they don't like it, or it's inconvenient to them, or they don't see the value of it. And as with my educator hat that I used to wear, I got a lot of all of that. So, that's when I realized, like, when I tell them the whys, then the whys and the consequences for breaking that, then you tend to have a little bit more buy-in. So it's a long way of saying I really don't know what the right answer is. Like, I feel like, as far as me, they've everything I've heard, they've walked the talk. But when you hear other people, they don't, and they have surveys and they don't make changes, which is the way it was in the hospital. So it would not surprise me if that was the way it was in corporate America. But yeah, so just a lot of, I really need to have some one-on-one conversations and figure out where this is coming from and what the real meaning was behind it. And, maybe she did mean it that way. Maybe she didn't mean it that way. If she did mean it that way, I mean, I think it's things I could live with. It's not going to make me happy, and definitely in the long run. I got some other bad news today that I don't want to share on here until I share it with the person that I need to share it with. I don't think they watch this channel, but you never know. I just want them to hear it first before I tell other people. So at any rate, it doesn't involve me, so nothing, nothing big for me, just kind of sad news. Gratitudes for the day. It's Friday. I got some things done off of my plate that I needed to do checklist wise. So I am glad for that. And I got Tucker to the vet and got that kind of taken off the list for my his co-owner and I. So his co-owner said, if that's something you can do, we'll pay for it, and then it would be just great because they got a 3-year-old and they're ready to have a baby. So I was happy to do that, and we got in today, and I got that done at the end of the day after work. So yeah, so lots to be thankful for. I'm just gonna get ready to lay down and take a little nap, but that's what's going on here. All right, take care. May we be happy, may we be healthy,